Good morning, sir.
Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So last class we studied about strings and also some various string handling functions. Then we are trying to implement those string handling functions without using library functions, because that means we are writing user-defined functions for those string handling actions. So we have already written library functions, equivalent library function for string length, equivalent string function for string lower and string upper. So today we are going to write equivalent user-defined program for string reverse, string copy, string compare, and string concatenation, string cat. Okay, first of all, we look at string reverse. Here I have string, let it be Thursday. So since it is string, it always ending with a null character. It always ending with a null character. So we want to reverse it. So reverse it means the string will be like OADSRUHT. It will be in reverse order. So the thing going to happen is this T will go in place of Y, and this Y will go in place of T. Similarly, this H will go in place of A, and this A will go in place of H. Similarly, U and D will be interchanged, and R and S will be interchanged. When we complete these actions, what happens? The string will get reversed. The string will get reversed. So listen carefully. I am using two variables. Initially, I will be 0. I will be 0. And J will be 7. J will be 7. So J means, so one more thing, what is the length of the string?
Yes, sir.
What is the length of the string?
8 അല്ലേ sir?
8 is the length of the string because 8 characters are there in the string. Actually, okay, 8. So J will be pointing, or J will be pointing to the last character. The last character means length minus 1. The index position of last character is length minus 1. Okay. So you just imagine we swapped T and Y. We know the steps to swap. Using a temporary variable, we will swap this A of 0 and A of 7. Then what happened? I will move to 1. I will move to 1 and J will move to 6. So if you notice, I is incrementing, J is decrementing. So some I plus plus and J minus minus is happening. Then this H and A will be swapped. Again the I value will move. So now I is 2, that means I plus plus. J is 5, that is J minus minus. This D and U will be swapped. Again this I will move and this J will move. J is reducing by 1, I is incrementing by 1. Again this R and S will be swapped. So now we have actually completed our reverse process. but we have to find a condition when to stop it. Just imagine I is incrementing again. So I will come here and j will come here. So now there is no need for any swapping. When this condition occurs, so when j crosses I and when I crosses j, we have to, after that there is no need to no need to swap these two things, or no need to exchange the characters. So until I is 3, we continue to swap. Until j is 4, we continue to swap. Now I becomes 3 and j becomes 4. Suppose I am writing a condition, I less than j. I less than j. So just imagine I am writing some condition while I less than j. We have to perform that swap action. So can I write it like this? That means whenever the I value is less than j, I have to swap these characters. That's the meaning. So once this I value becomes greater than j, what happens? No need to swap. There is no need to perform the swapping action again. So when I greater than j, when it becomes I greater than j, it is already the reverse of the string will be there in the string array, in the character array. Is it clear? We will write the program. At that time it will be more clear. So I hope you get some idea, some logic behind finding reverse of the string. If you get some idea about this one, please type a S message in the chat box. Please respond. And if you have any doubt, you can ask. Okay. Now I am writing another string. Not Monday. Monday will not work. Monday will work, but there is no difference in Monday and this Thursday. Can I say a string with length 6? Sorry, length 7. Can anyone say string with length 7? Okay, I'm taking Adidev. Adidev's name contains 7 letters. So earlier what I done? I initialized a variable I with 0, initialized a variable j with 6. Then I am performing the swapping operation. A and B will be swapped. Then I will move forward. J will move backward. D and E will be swapped. Then I will move forward. J will move backward. This J and H and D will be swapped. Again, I will move forward. I will reach 3. J also reach 3. Now I and J are 3. I and J are 3. Because here it is pointing to one element. So even if we swapped or even if we didn't swap, it doesn't matter because only one element is there, and even if we apply swap operation, it will stay there. The I will be there. So what about the condition now? I and j are equal. I and j are equal. So what happens if I write this condition, I less than j? It will be false. It will be false because I and j are equal, so it will not execute. So the same condition work for this string also, work for this string also. So there also, when since it is I less than j, this swap doesn't work. If there is, and also there is no need of swapping this one because only one element is there. Both the I and j points to one element, so there is no need to apply swapping. So the thing is, this is actually a string with even length, 8. Here the string length is 8. Here the string length is 7. So this condition and this procedure will work for both even length string and odd length string. So the working will be a bit different. Here it will cross. When it is even length, I and j will cross. And when it is odd length, I and j will reach only same point. It will not cross. It will reach the same point. So that to understand that only, I have worked out these two examples with length even and length odd. Is it clear? Any doubt? If it is clear, please type a clear message. Anyway, we are going to implement that. Okay. So here I am going to write a function. It just reverses the string. That means it just rearrange the array. That's the only thing happening. It will rearrange the character array. So it will not return anything. So I am writing void. Void string reverse. Only one parameter will be there. It will be a character array. Void string reverse. Char A. So here we need some variables. Int I, comma j. So we all know the value of I. I will be 0. For any example, for any string, I will be 0. But the j value will be changing. So for one string, j value may be 3. For some other string, it will be 7. For some other string, it may be 6. So it will be changing. That means we have to reach the point. We have to reach. Anyway, the last character will be a /0. /0, not 10, it is /0. So we have to reach the position before /0. We have to reach the position before /0. We already studied how to find length of a string. So same procedure I have used. So initially I am giving value j equal to 0 while a of j not equal to null j plus plus. Okay. str reverse dot c. So first I will explain this for loop. So here it is Thursday. And let it be characterize A. So it is A. J is 0. Just imagine J is 0. A of 0 not equal to null. So J plus plus. J becomes 1. Again, A of 1 not equal to null. J plus plus. J becomes 2. A of 2 not equal to null. So it becomes 3. Then A of R not equal to null. So it becomes 4. A of S not equal to null. So it becomes 5. A of D not equal to null. So it becomes 6. A of A, that means this one, 6 is not equal to null, so it will reach 7. Then again, A of Y not equal to null, so it will reach 8. Now again, A of 8 not equal to null is false. A of 8 not equal to null is false. So it will not execute J++. So what is the final value of J? Final value of J is 8. Final value of J is 8. So what we have to do? We have to decrement on value. We have to decrement one value. So what I am doing is, here I am just giving J minus minus. So now value of J is 7. Now value of J is 7. Value of I is 0. Value of I is 0. Value of J is 7. Next we are going to implement what we have studied earlier. While I less than J, we have to swap I and J. So here the swapping happens between T and Y. Both T and Y are characters. So we have to use a temporary character variable. Similar to integer, in sorting we have swapped integers. Similar to that, here we are swapping characters. So we have to use a temporary character variable. So I am declaring it char T. So I am doing T equal to A of I. A of I equal to A of J. A of J equal to A of J equal to T. So I have declared one variable T. T equal to A of I. I is 0. I is 0. I is 0. So T contains T. A of I equal to A of J. A of I means this one, 0th position. There I am storing A of J. J is 7. A of J is Y. So instead of T, we will store Y. A of J means the 7th position. We are going to store T. T contains capital T. So instead of this Y, T will come. So this is how this swap works. Then we have to write two more steps. I will be incrementing because I will move towards right. Similarly, J minus minus. J will move towards the left. So anybody have any doubt in this function? Any steps? Anybody need any clarifications? Please respond.
Sir, step 12, 13, 14 ഒന്നുകൂടെ explain ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുമോ?
12, 13, 14. Okay. T, Y. 12, 13, 15 is actually swapping. Earlier I write on term swap or interchange. This is swapping. Here we are swapping T and Y. T and Y. That means in place of Y I have to put T, and in place of T I have to put Y.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So here I have a temporary variable. T equal to A of I. Anyway, initially I will be 0.
Right, sir.
I will be 0. So T, the capital T will be stored in place of small t in this variable. A of I equal to A of J. A of J is Y. That Y will be put in place of T. A of J equal to T. In place of A of J, I am putting this T.
Okay, sir.
Now Y and T will be swapped. Then I plus plus, J minus minus. Again the condition will be swapped. Condition will be executed. At that time I is pointing to 1 and J is pointing to 6. So that 1 and 6 will be swapped. The elements in 1 and 6 will be swapped. Then I will get the reverse.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Now I understand it.
So I am getting only few responses. Shan Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell. Where is that? Which one?
On into statement 9. Then all J.
Voice break ആവുന്നു. ഏത് ലൈൻ നമ്പറാ? ഹലോ, ലൈൻ നമ്പർ 9 ആണോ?
ഹലോ,
പറഞ്ഞോ. ലൈൻ നമ്പർ 9 ആണോ? അവൻ ടൈപ്പ് ചെയ്യോ ഏത് ലൈൻ നമ്പറാണ്? ഹലോ, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, line number 9. So I was asking what about line number 9? Why there is a J minus minus? Okay, it I already explained. No problem. One minute. So initially for every string, the initial value of I will be 0. Initial value of I will be 0. But the last value will change. The J value will change because different strings have different length. Different strings have different length. So we can't predict the value of J. Anyway, we have to find it. So for that I am using these 3 steps. These 3 steps. Sorry. For that I am using these 4 steps. So in that, what is the first step? J equal to 0. Am I audible? Please first.
Yes, sir.
Okay. J equal to 0. While A of J not equal to null. Anyway, A of T is not equal to null. So J plus plus. J becomes 1. Again, it will test the condition. One minute. Again, it will test the condition. A of J not equal to null. Here it is H. A of H not equal to null. So J plus plus. J becomes 2. Again, it will test the condition. A of U not equal to null. so j plus plus. Again it will test the condition. R not equal to null, so j plus plus. S not equal to null, so j plus plus. J becomes 5. D not equal to null, j plus plus. A not equal to null, so j plus plus. Y not equal to null, so j plus plus. Now the value of j is 8. Now the value of j is 8. So if I use some other string, it may be different number. But where is the last character? Where is the last character? It is just before that j value. It is just before that j value. So what I need is, in the end, I have to store 7 in j. I have to store 7 in j. 7 in j means the index value before that null value. Index value before that null value. So it is j minus 1. J equal to j minus 1. So instead of that only I have written j minus minus. Varada, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
മനസ്സിലായോ?
Sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Okay. What's your name?
sir, Rishi.
Okay, Rishi. Tell Rishi.
Sir, line number 6, 7, 8. ആദ്യം നമുക്കൊരു ഫോർ ലൂപ്പ് ആയിട്ട് എഴുതാൻ പറ്റില്ല.
ഫോർ ലൂപ്പ് ആയിട്ട് എഴുതാം, കുഴപ്പമില്ല.
ഓക്കെ.
So what Rishi asking is, can I write a for loop instead of this one, while loop? So after completing the program, I will write the for loop version also. From that you can study one more thing. Okay, wait. For the time being, I am going with while. After that, I will show how to write a for loop. So that for loop will be interesting. Okay.
Sir, ഇത് while loop തന്നെ എഴുതണമെന്ന് നിർബന്ധമാണ്.
No. You can use for loop. So I will write in for loop. After completing the entire program, I will show how to write in for loop. Wait. So we are going to test the function. So I am writing a main. Declaring a character variable char x of some 100. Printf. Enter a string. John Ralphie.
Yes, sir.
How to read a string? At which function I am going to use?
Scanf.
Okay, you can
Ampersand.
okay, we can use scanf. Other than scanf, we have a very simple function.
Gets.
Okay, get test. Okay, very good. Get test of x. Then I am calling my function string reverse of x. Then put test of x. Some error is there because I missed the semicolon here. Enter a string. DOOD. I got the reverse. DOOG. So the string length is 4. So it's a even length string. So I'll try to execute a odd length string. A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E. I got E, D, C, B, A. Okay. So is it clear? Any doubt? So someone asked, can we replace this line number 6 to 9? I think Rishi asked, can we replace this 6 to, not 9, 6 to 8 with the help of a for loop. So I'm just writing the equivalent for loop below. For j equals 0, a of j not equal to null. A of j not equal to null. J plus plus. So this is the equivalent for loop. This is the equivalent for loop. One more thing. So here one thing you have to understand is this j plus plus is within this for loop. Within this while loop. This j minus minus is actually outside this for loop. Outside this for loop. So I am replacing this with the for loop. I replace that with the for loop. So if I write it like this j minus minus will come inside this for loop. Come inside this for loop. But it must be written outside the for loop. So the thing is, if I write a for loop like this, there is no statements inside for loop. Because there is no statements to execute this for loop. So if I simply execute this for loop, I get a value j. That will be in our example, that value earlier in our example it will be 8. But I need 7. That means after this for loop only, I have to execute j minus minus. So just put a semicolon here. The meaning is I have a for loop and no statements inside that for loop. I have a for loop, but I didn't have any statements inside that. I'm just executing. OD. Okay, here.
Sir, you wrote only OOD.
I have, okay, I have no OD. Okay, then it is the correct output. Okay. GOOD. I got the correct output. Anyway, what Rishi asked is a very good doubt. We studied one more thing. We can write for loop like this. If we didn't want anything to insert inside the for statement, we can just write a semicolon. So one more thing you have to understand, you write a proper for loop with some statements inside it. If you put a semicolon after that, the meaning is it will not execute those statements inside the for loop. That also you have to understand from this statement. Rishi Sagar,
Yes, sir.
clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So anyway, I'm not using for loop. So while revision, it may sometimes cause some confusion. So I'm going with while loop. Okay. So string reverse is over. Then I'm moving to string copy. And I'm moving to string copy. String copy. A, B. Fida Sahuda.
Yes, sir.
So if I implement strcpy a comma b, what will happen?
B will be stored to A.
Okay, very good. B will be copied to A. B will be copied to A. Okay. So what happens is this will go, B will go and take the place of G. This A will go and take the place of O. This D will go and take the place of O. This null also will go and take the place of D. Okay, this is what happening there. So similarly, just imagine I am writing B comma A. That means A will be copied to B. So G will come and take the place of B. O will come and take the place of A. This O will come and take the place of D. This D will come and take the place of /0. This /0 must come here. So this is the logic. So I will implement the function, then I will explain it. String copy, there is nothing returning, only we are rearranging the arrays. Void string copy. I'm not writing the declaration here. Two arrays will be there. char, writing s1 string 1 comma char s2. So here actually we have to take the second string. Here A is the second string. Here A is the second string. Only take the second string and copy A of I to B of I. A of I plus 1 to B of I plus 1. Similarly, we have to repeat that copy operation until A of I becomes null. Until this A of I becomes null. So I'm declaring one variable int I equal to 0. This taking int I. So I will use a for loop here. For initially I will be 0. I am checking whether S2 of I second string. I'm taking the second string. Here in this example A is the second string. Not equal to null. I had to copy it. That means S1 of I. I have to copy it character by character. S2 of I. String copy.c. So for much clear understanding, I am taking another example. A is Monday. B is sun. B is sun. And I am implementing str cpy a comma b. Remember, now A contains Monday and B contains sun. After this copy operation, A will contain sun. That is our aim. A must contain sun. So I'll try to explain with the help of this for loop. Initially I is 0. So this is 0. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0, 1, 2, 3. Initially I is 0. Here A comma B, that means B and S2 will match. So this becomes S2 and this becomes S1. S2 of I not equal to null. I is 0. S2 of 0 is S. S is not equal to null. So this statement will execute. S1 of I equal to S2 of I. What is S1 of I? This position. This position, this S will be stored. This position, that S will be stored. Okay. Then, okay, one more step is there. I must did. I++ is there. Next, I++ will happen. I becomes 1. Again, it will test the condition. S2 of 1. S2 of 1 is U. U not equal to null. So I will copy U in place of O. You will come here. Then again I++. I becomes 2. Again the condition will be checked. S2 of 2. S2 of 2 is N. N is not equal to null. So again that will be copied. That N will be copied to this N, and this N will come in place of this N. So end result will be N. After that what happens? I++. I is 3. Now S2 of I not equal to null. S2 of 3 is actually null. So this for loop will not execute. This for loop will not execute. So what happened here? This S is copied, this U is copied, this N is copied. And when I copy this B to A, when B is copied to A, how many characters will be there in A? In that string we can have only 3 characters. We can have only 3 characters. We can have only 3 characters. So here what I have to do is, after the third character, here in place of D I have to store /0. In place of D I have to store /0. Now this for loop completes its execution. Now this for loop completed its execution. What is the value of I? Value of I is 3. Value of I is 3. So where I have to store /0? I have to store /0 at 3. When I completed the execution of for loop, what is the value of I? It is 3. So there I have to store /0. So I am going to write one more statement. Outside for loop, I am going to write S2 of I equal to /0. So what happens? In place of D, I will store /0. So actually this array contains SUN /0, then A, then Y, and then some /0. suppose I print.
Excuse me, sir.
Ask.
Sir, you should say right there S1 of I equal to.
Yeah, S1 of it. Okay, thank you. S1 of it. S1 of it. So this is the content of this S1 array. This is the content of this S1 array. So just imagine I am printing this array. I am just printing this array. So it will only print Sun. Because first it will print 0, then it will print 1, then it will print 2. After that I saw a null string. Null string means end of the string is reached. End of the string is reached. That means this A, Y and remaining things are not part of that string. So once /0 will appear, that means the end of the string is reached. It will not bother about what comes after that. Whatever may be after that, but it will not be considered. So the end result will be Sun. Is it clear? Any doubt? If you have any doubt, please ask the doubt. Otherwise, type a clear message. Okay. So here S1 is a larger string and S2 is a smaller string. So if I doing the reverse operation, this S will come. This actually it was Monday. Earlier it was Monday. Because I am copying Monday to Sun. So M will come here, O will come here, N will come here, D will replace the slash, A will come here, some Y will be here. So end of the for loop, the I will be pointing to the next position. I will be pointing to the next position. In that position, I will store /0. So it will not correct in that case also. So anyway, I will write the remaining parts. I'm just copying from here. Main. So I need two strings, comma Y, because I'm copying one to another. And first string. And second string, and it will be stored in Y, letters of Y. String copy X comma Y. Then put as X and also I'm going to put as Y. Here I didn't put the box bracket. First string I am writing it as Monday. Second string I am writing it as Sunday. Look, put s of X. X is changed. Earlier X was Monday. Earlier X was Monday. And Y was Sun. So Sun is copied to X. Y value didn't change. That's why it is printed Sun. Any doubt? Executing the other case also. First string is Sun. Second string is Monday. So the Sunday will be vanished. Monday. Is it clear? Okay. One more function, I think, and two more functions are there. str. First we will do strcmp. strcmp. So I will give a brief idea about strcmp. Then we'll go to the problem. Suppose I have two strings. Good. And God. So what is string compare operation? Compare two strings based on the ASCII values. Based on the ASCII values. So first what happens is this G and G will be compared. It is same. It is equal. So we can't predict the result here. We can't say whether these two strings are equal. Because first character is same. So we will move to the next character. First character is same. So we will move to next character. Here also it is same. So we can't make the decision. Then we will compare O and D. Here based on the ASCII table, which one is smaller? D will be smaller. D is 68. O is 79. So if okay. So when we compare A and B, if A is less than B, a less than 0 value will be returned. That means here I am returning -1. If it is greater, I will return greater than 0 value. So here, wait a minute. Okay. Here you just imagine I have done, this is A and this is B. str cmb A, B. So here A is greater, O is greater, 79. So it will return a positive value. It will return a positive value. So here I am returning 1. Here I am returning 1. So the condition is, okay, I will write the conditions later. And with the help of the program I will explain. So here I can make the decision because these two are different. So what's the meaning? If both the characters are same, we have to move forward. So both the characters same, we have to move forward. When it is different, I can make the decision whether it is smaller or greater. Whether it is smaller or greater. Okay. One more thing. Suppose both the strings are equal. GOOD /0/0. So here also it is same. It will move forward. Here also it will move forward. Here also it is same. So here I have to stop. I can't move forward. So if both are equal and if both are /0, we can say the string is an equal string. The string is an equal string. So at that time it will return 0. At that time it will return 0. Another example is, okay, one more example will give more clarity. Suppose this one happens. G and G are same, so it will move forward. O and O are same, it will move forward. O and O are same, move forward. Here also, the only thing is the comparison will happen. ASCII value of /0 and D will be compared. ASCII value of /0 and D will be compared. What is /0? 0. What is D? D is 68. So 0 and 68 will be compared. So A is smaller. A is smaller. So it will return -1. So did you get some idea about this one? Some idea about string comparison? I will explain after writing the program. If you get some idea, please type a yes message. So only few people got the idea. So I write the program. I hope you get a clear idea. Okay, I'm just changing this function. String compare. So I'm declaring a variable I equal to 0. So listen carefully. I'm writing an infinite loop. Infinite loop can we already studied while what. That means this loop will execute infinitely. I'm writing some conditions. If S1 of I equal to S2 of I, I have to do something. Else if S1 of I less than S2 of I have to do some operation. So both I am check equal to condition and less than condition. Only one more condition is possible, so I can write an else statement that is actually the greater than operation. Else I have to do some operation. So I'm just writing good. And zero, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I is 0. So initially I is 0. S1 of I equal to S2 of I. So what I have to do? Menu fast min.
Yes, sir.
So here G and G are same. So what I have to do? Can I make a decision here?
No, we need to move forward.
Move forward. How I can move forward?
I
I plus plus. Very good. Okay. So I becomes what? Alex. Here
Yes,
what
sir.
happens? O and O are equal.
Equal.
So what will happen?
I
I plus plus. I will move forward. Here also O and O are equal. So it will move forward. Okay. John Ralphie. Hacknell Joes. Hacknell. So here what is the condition? This is S1.
So
They are not equal. So which condition will be satisfied?
else if S1
S1 is D, S2 is /0. Which one is greater?
D.
D is greater. So this condition is false. So where will it go?
False. It goes to the
It
next.
will go to else. So S1 is greater. So what will it return? It will return three values: 0, 1, or -1. So what will be the value it will return?
Sir, 1, 1.
D is greater. First string is greater. So it will return 1. So here I can write return 1. Saket Kumar.
Yes,
If
sir.
S1 of I less than S2 of I, what will I return?
One again.
First string is less. First string is less than second string, or the character of the first string is less than character of second string. What will I return? -1. So here I can write return -1. Okay. So one more. So here one more return statement I have to write: return 0. So before that, just look at another example. Here it is D. Here I is initially 0. G and G are same. So I am moving forward. O and O are same. I am moving forward. Again O and O are same. I am moving forward. Again D and D are same. I am moving forward. So now what happened? /0 and /0. Here actually these two things are equal. And also I reached the end of the string. I reached end of the string. What's the meaning? The meaning is both the strings are same. Both the strings are same. So if both the strings are same, so I am writing one more condition. If both the strings are same, so actually what happened is here S1 of I equal to both are equal. All three quantities are equal. S1 of I equal to S2 of I equal to /0. These two are equal and this is equal to /0. So I am writing something like if S1 of I equal to /0. I can write return 0. I can write return 0. So S1 and S2 are already equal. Then only it will enter in this if statement. Then only it will enter here. Then I am just comparing with only one. Only one means either I can write S2 equal to /0 or S1 equal to /0. So if that happen, I can say both the strings are equal. At that time, 0 will be returned. Any doubt? Okay, I will explain it again. Just listen carefully. Equal condition. Here I is 0. S1 of I equal to S2 of I. This condition is true. It will enter this statement. It will test this condition. S1 of I equal to null. This is false because S1 of I is G. So it will not execute return 0. It will execute I++. So I will reach here. Again, this condition will execute repeatedly because this is while one. It is always true. It is always true. It will execute indefinitely. Again, it will check S1 of I equal to S2. O and O are equal. But S1 of I not equal to null. So it will not return 0. I plus plus. Again it will check S1 of I equal to S2 of I, O equal to O, but S1 of I not equal to null. So it will not execute return 0, I plus plus. I will be reaching this point. D and D will be compared. D and D are equal. But S1 of I is D, not null. So return 0 will not execute. So I plus plus will happen. I plus plus will happen. Now S1 of I equal to S2 of I. Both are null. So this condition is true. Here it will test S1 of I equal to null. S1 of I is null. So it will execute return 0. But when it executes return 0, it will come out of the loop. It will come out of the infinite loop. And it will return to the called portion. It will return to the called portion. Is it clear? Any doubt? If you have any doubt, please ask. Otherwise, please type clear in the chat box.
Sir, in line number 1,
Line number 1. Okay.
instead of void, yeah,
Yeah. Very good. Instead of void, it is. No. What is it? Yeah. It is actually string compare. Int. So it will return 0, 1, minus 1. And also instead of copy, I am writing 3 over empty. Okay, very good. So now I am executing the functions. String comp. So here I am calling two functions. I am calling my function, our function that we have defined, and also I am calling the predefined library function. And we will compare those values. So it will return some value. So it has to be stored in some integer. Int O for our function. L for library function. So strcomp is our function. So I am storing the value in O. And L is library function. So L is, you already know the library function is strcmp x comma y. Next I am printing L and O. Printf %d because it is integer value. %d comma our value comma library value. So we can easily test whether our function works as same as the library function for different combination. Some error is there in there. And the semicolon. Always try to do the program in some compilers. Since we are offline class, this online class, we didn't have any lab sessions. Then only you can rectify the error. Even I am making the error. I am missing semicolon. I am missing spaces. First string. Good. Second string. Bad. What will be the expected output? Naman Anand. What is the expected output? When I compare good and bad, which is greater?
Sir,
1 is the expected output. So our function also return 1, library function also return 1. Let me check another one. Good. Parsha Shibu.
Yes,
What is the
sir.
expected output?
-1.
-1. So our function and library function return the same value. Checking for the equal condition, God and God. Both are same, so both return 0. Okay. I think everyone is clear with this one. String comparison. So always remember the logic. If you remember the logic, you can write the program yourself. Always remember this is an infinite loop, but we are coming out of the infinite loop with the help of some return statements. Return means the control will go back to the called portion. That means control will come back to line number 30. Okay, I think one more function I have to implement is strcat. Good. DID/0. AB strcat A comma B. Okay, then here what will happen?
Move out. B will be moved to A.
What happened?
ബിയിലുള്ളത് മൂവ് ആവും എയിലോട്ട്.
It is concatenation. That means GOD will be there. After GOD, bad will come. So in place of /0, B will come. After that, A will come. After that, D will come. After that, I have to copy /0. So here the logic is very simple. It is A comma B. Here there is a /0 on A. In place of that /0, I have to copy first character of B. Then after that I have to copy second character, and we have to copy until /0 to denote end of the string. So the /0 in the first string will be replaced by first character in B. Remaining all things are copied to A, including this /0. That is the logic. So here the copying happens from here. So let it be I, and this will be J. So the place of /0 must be the I value, and the first character of B will be the J value. So I will write the function. After that I will explain it. So here string cat, I am changing this function. So this much is there, will be in this program also. String cat. I'm having two variables, int I comma j. Okay. So I'm using the earlier same for loop for a equal to 0, a of not a of I, s1 of I. S1 of I means the first string. So first we have to reach the /0 position of first string. S1 of I not equal to /0 I plus plus, and I'm putting a semicolon. So once the execution completes, once the execution of this for loop completes, this I value will be pointing to the /0 of first string. I value will be same as the index position of /0 of first string. Then j equal to 0, because the first character of second string will be in j. Then where we have to copy? We have to copy to A. So from where we have to copy? From /0 we have to copy. We know the position of /0 because it is I. So A of, okay, 1 minute. So I will write the condition Y. Listen carefully. S2 of J not equal to null. S1 of I equal to S2 of J. And I have to do I plus plus. I have to do J plus plus. I'll explain with the help of a very simple example. Let first string is AB. This will be the /0. 0, 1, 2. This is S1. S2. There it is X, Y, Z /0. Listen carefully. I have two variables, I and J. For I equal 0, initially I equal to 0. S of I, S of 0 not equal to null. So I plus plus, I becomes 1. Again, S of 1 not equal to null. So I plus plus. It will reach 2. Again, the condition will be checked. S of 1 of 2 not equal to null. That is false. So this for loop will not execute anymore. What is the final value of I? Final value of I is 2. Final value of I is 2. Okay. Now just look at this while loop. J equal to 0. Initial value of J is 0. S of J not equal to null. S2 of J. S2 of 0 is X. X not equal to null. Then what happens? S2 of J must be copied to S1 of I. What is I? I is 2. What is S1 of 2? In place of this /0, S2 of J. S2 of J is 0. This X will be stored. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. S2 of I. Sorry, S2 of J. S2 of J is S2 of 0. That is X. X will be stored in S1 of I. S1 of I is S1 of 2. So here X will be stored. I plus plus. I becomes 3. J plus plus. J becomes 1. S2 of J. S2 of 1 not equal to null. So these steps will execute again. S1 of I, that is 3. Here 3, 4, 5. S1 of I, that is S1 of 3. In place of S1 of I, what will be stored? S2 of J. S2 of J is Y. Y will be stored. I plus plus. I becomes 4. J plus plus. J becomes 2. Again, S2 of J not equal to null. This is set. S1 of I equal to S2 of J. S1 of I is 4. So here some value will come. What will come? S2 of J. What is S2 of j? J is 2. That Z will come. Again, I plus plus. I becomes 5. J plus plus. J becomes 3. While S2 of j, S2 of 3 is null. So these steps will not execute. These steps will not execute. So this x, y, z are copied to S1. But since it is a string, we have to store a /0 here. Here I have to store a /0. So in 5, I have to store a /0. In 5, I have to store a /0. What is I value now? I value is 5. So we can use that I value. So I'm writing one more step outside for loop. S1 of I equal to null. Equal to null. So this is the working of string cat. Any doubt? Any doubt in any line number?
Sir, we have to write
Yeah,
void.
void.
Right.
Okay. So it is not returning anything. Any other doubts? If it is clear, please type clear in the chat box. Okay. So that's all I want to discuss today. Any doubts in any of the string handling functions? Any doubts?
Sir, in the
Previous
previous
means restore string
in the
copy.
previous question, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Wait.
No, sir,
Before
still-
that, we have to call this
yeah.
function now. Okay. Before that, I will call this function string cat of x comma y. And we will print plus x. Y. First string good, second string bad. Good bad. X is updated to good bad. Y will not change. Okay. So this one example is enough. So I got the correct output. Okay. Someone asked the I think it is Sasikant. Sasikant or
Sir, in compare
okay,
string compare.
Income. str0 and b.c. Okay.
Sir, here how you have called the
function
function?
here. str0mbx comma. This one.
No, sir, that 0 equal to
0. Not 0. It
0
is
equal
O.
to and 1 equal to.
Not 0. It is O. It is not 1. It is L. Okay. So I will change our function. Our library function lib.
Okay, sir. Now I understand.
Okay. To avoid confusion. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Any other doubts?